कश्मीर। जब भी हम कश्मीर का नाम सुनते हैं तो हमारी आंखों के सामने वहाँ की खूबसूरत वादियाँ, डल लेक, शिकारा और वहाँ का स्वादिष्ट रोगन जोश आ जाता है। बट टुडे कश्मीर इज इक्वली पॉपुलर फॉर इट्स स्टार्टअप्स एंड एंटरप्रेन्योर्स। और आज के हमारे इस एपिसोड में मैं आपको एक ऐसे ही एंटरप्रेन्योर से मिलाऊंगी। वेलकम टू टाइस टीवी एंड आई एम श्रेष्ठा। आज मेरे साथ है तारिक दर, जो कि पश्मकार के फाउंडर हैं। तो चलिए इस खास बातचीत में तारिक से जानते हैं किस तरह से वो इस स्टार्टअप के जरिए पश्मीना जैसी एक हेरिटेज आर्ट को सेव कर रहे हैं। जैसे कि हमने अभी बात करी कि आप लोग पश्मीना के लिए काम करते हैं और साथ ही आपके साथ बहुत सारे लोकल लोग भी जुड़े हैं। अब अगर हम आपकी पूरी स्टार्टअप जर्नी को जाने तो अब तक आपकी पूरी स्टार्टअप जर्नी कैसी रही?
Well, startup is like I come from a family where my father was an artisan himself. He used to do the embroidery on shawls a long time back, and when I was born, he started making shawls for himself. Then he started selling, you know. So I come from a background which is an artisanal background. My cousins are weaving pashmina, doing embroideries, एंड सो आई ग्रू अप मैं ये जो शॉल्स के कलर कॉम्बिनेशंस एम्ब्रॉयडरीज वीविंग देख के बड़ा हुआ हूँ तो वो सब देखने के बाद एंड आई डिड माय स्टडीज उसके बाद जब आई वाज इनटू फैशन वर्ल्ड आई यूज्ड टू डू मॉडलिंग फॉर क्वाइट लॉन्ग टाइम एंड बट देन आई आई रियली कहते हैं वो दिलो दिमाग कहीं पे वही इस कारीगरी में था और जो हमारा हेरिटेज है जो हमारे पश्मीना इंडस्ट्री जो 700 साल से मशहूर है पूरी दुनिया में तो आई माय बैक ऑफ माय हेड एंड इन माय हार्ट आई हैड दैट inclination towards that and I wanted to do something which is very different and I wanted to take this craft to the world तो मैंने ये ब्रांड स्टार्ट किया पश्मकार तो नॉर्मली क्या होता है कि जैसे मेरे फादर भी करते थे तो वो शॉल बनाते थे फिर किसी सप्लायर को बेचते थे या किसी जो डायरेक्ट क्लाइंट होते थे उनको बेचते थे तो जब मैंने उनको कहा कि मैं एक ब्रांड बनाना चाहता हूँ तो ऑब्वियसली उन्होंने कहा यार क्या दिमाग खराब है ब्रांड क्या बनाना है शॉल बनाओ बेचो but I was really determined to create a brand. It was not just about myself. I was doing modeling and I was quite doing good in that. But I wanted to do something which is beyond me, which is not just about Tariq Dar. It is about this craft. It's about the spiritual heritage of this craft, and it is about the millions of artisans who do this craft, whether it is pashmina weaving करते हैं, embroideries करते हैं, और दूसरी से weaving कानी weaving करते हैं, और बहुत सारी हमारी कश्मीर की जो embroideries हैं, जिसको हम एक बहुत मैं कहता हूँ कि जो बहुत ही फेमस है गॉर्जियस जिसको कहते हैं या ब्लिंग के हिसाब से कहेंगे तिला वर्क जो हमारा पहले जमाने में रियल गोल्ड रियल सिल्वर से बनाया जाता था दैट इज देयर आरी वर्क इज देयर सो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं तो आई वांटेड टू take this thing and I whatever I had experienced what I've learned from my father and people around me and to give it an identity सो मैंने ये नाम डिसाइड किया पश्मकार तो पश्म का मतलब है पश्मकार का मतलब पर्शियन में पश्म फाइनेस्ट क्वालिटी ऑफ वूल को कहते हैं विच इज पश्मीना इन आवर लैंग्वेज इन लोकल इंडियन लैंग्वेज वी कॉल इट पश्मीना बट इन इंटरनेशनल लैंग्वेज इट्स कॉल्ड कैशमीर सो मैंने ये डिसाइड किया कि पश्म का मतलब फाइनेस्ट क्वालिटी वूल कार का मतलब हो गया काम सो दिस इज पश्मीना वर्क बेसिकली and so I started working on it and of course it's difficulties in the beginning when people don't recognize you don't understand you और जैसे कि बहुत सारे लोगों को इवन पश्मीना भी पता नहीं है काफी सारे लोग हैं जो जो समझते हैं कि भाई मार्केट में किसी के पास भी जाते हैं 2000 का 3000 का 5000 का पश्मीना मिलता है एंड उनकी गलती नहीं है बट उनको पता नहीं है तो so I wanted to create this brand as a benchmark so that people know अगर हमने पश्मकार का कोई चीज लिया it is 100% authentic it is 100% pure Kashmiri handwork, because there are a lot of fake things sold on the name of Kashmir, on the name of Pashmina, on the name of hand embroideries.
Okay. Also, since you mentioned that, your family was into this business, but at that time it was not a brand. And you took the initiative to actually convert this heritage work into a brand. So I'm sure the journey and the decision of doing something out of the league must have brought some challenges too. So what were those challenges and how did you really manage to overcome them?
Actually, you know what? The biggest challenge was trying to convince my family first. you know, it happens always. When you try to do something different. I mean, I'm not saying मैं ये नहीं कहता कि घर वालों की माँ बाप की गलत इंटेंशन होती है. उनको ये लगता है कि पता नहीं कहीं गलत ना हो जाए कुछ तो दे आर वेरी. हमेशा मुझे लगता है मेरे साथ ही नहीं, हर किसी के साथ ऐसा होता है. When there is a child in the family who wants to do something different. सो मेरे साथ भी यही हुआ. तो बट वो कहते हैं ना, हिम्मत मर्दा तो मदद खुदा. तो मैंने अपने माय मॉम इज ऑलवेज वेरी सपोर्टिव, माय डैड इज ऑलवेज वेरी सपोर्टिव. बट उनको लग रहा था कि यार क्या तुम ब्रांड बनाने की सोच रहे हो, नाम करने की सोच रहे हो, all of these things. So and my brothers also, like they're always supportive, but at the beginning they didn't understand what I'm trying to do. तो क्या होता है कि जब आप एक ब्रांड बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं तो पहले पहले आपको दुश्वारियां होती हैं, क्योंकि आपको, जैसे मैं किसी और को बेस सेल करता हूँ, दे वांट टू सेल इट ऑन देयर नेम, दे डोंट वांट टू पुट माय नेम देयर. बट व्हेन यू टेक अ डिसीजन, नहीं, मुझे उस किसी को नहीं सेल करना है जो पश्मकार के नाम पे नहीं बेचेगा. इट्स अ वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट डिसीजन, बिकॉज आपको लगता है पता नहीं काम होगा नहीं होगा, डू आई विल आई हैव सेल्स और नॉट सेल्स. So that was a very challenging part, and especially when it comes to our own country where we see shawls, हर जगह पे shawls बिकते हैं. और unfortunately किसी भी चीज पे पश्मीना टैग लगा होता है, whether it's a viscose, wool, synthetic, anything which is something which is a scarf or which is a shawl, it's called pashmina. So and there's this huge competition of machine embroideries that we have. So in the era of machines, it's a very difficult task to stay true to your consciousness, as a manufacturer, as a designer. So it was challenging, but I have always been a very positive person. I have always believed in, when you do something good, देयर विल बी हर्डल्स, आपको मुश्किलें होंगी, लेकिन आखिर में जीत आपकी होगी और आखिर में लोग पहचान जाएंगे. नहीं, अगर आपको एक ऑथेंटिक चीज लेनी है, आप इस जगह जा सकते हैं. कश्मीर के मुतालिक, जहाँ तक कश्मीर का ताल्लुक है, जहाँ तक पश्मीना का ताल्लुक है, हमारे पास पश्मीना शॉल्स ही नहीं, पश्मीना जैकेट्स भी हैं, पश्मीना थ्रोज भी हैं, पश्मीना साड़ीज भी हैं Pashmkaar में. Besides that, we have lot of other things like जो कश्मीरी एम्ब्रॉयडरीज होती हैं, एंड जो जिसमें हम सिल्क पे, क्रेप पे, वेलवेट पे, सब चीज़ों पे काम करते हैं. तो ये सारी चीज़ें भी हैं. But our forte is Pashmina. So my at Pashmkaar we are working on to create something where people don't have to think. They know if it is Pashmkaar, it is authentic.
All right. Since I'm born and brought up in Delhi, and I have seen this, like what you have mentioned, कि कुछ भी बेचा जाता है पश्मीना के नाम पे. So we have seen this in our local markets as well. But coming from Delhi, we don't really know what is real pashmina and what is the fake one. So is there any thing which is done from maybe authorities or government to preserve the original pashmina from Kashmir? Is there any policy or anything which is existing?
Right now, Jammu and Kashmir government is really promoting Pashmina in a very, very big way. And there is, I don't know if you have heard, there's a GI certified Pashmina also, which I can show you here in my store, one of the shawls. So it has a GI tag, which is geographical indication. Basically, there was a lot of countries, like when this GI tag got, now all the regions have the GI tag for whether it's basmati, whether it is some Banarsi, or so Kashmir, it has a Kashmir Pashmina GI tag. So in that tag, it preserves the most authentic way of weaving pashmina, which is there for last 700 years. So in that, that geographical indication mark tells you that this pashmina shawl is hand woven, it is hand spun yarn, and it is the finest quality of pashmina, which is from 12 to 16 micron. So basically, the measurement of a finest quality of cashmere or pashmina is measured with microns. And what happens after that? The most important thing about pashmina is, first, it's the raw material. It's very expensive itself. Raw material, the wool itself. But then, what makes it unique and very exclusive is the way it is hand woven and the way it is hand embroidered. Like, for example, I can show you one of the, like, let's say this shawl here. So this shawl is hand embroidered in 2 years. It's 2 years work of a person who is every day sitting on that shawl and doing the work every day. So, if you generally ask, even in a minimum basic salary, you can understand how much will be the cost and then what will be the selling price. Similarly, like to weave a pashmina shawl, just the weaving of a plain shawl takes us around 15 to 20 days for an artisan to weave one pashmina shawl. So and if so all of these processes and the workmanship, that makes it unique, that makes it one of a kind. For example, if you have a shawl here, like, for example, I'll just give you an example to give your viewers an idea. For example,
Right.
this is a plain shawl, and then this embroidery is on it, right? This design
Right.
is on it.
Right.
We don't make this design same color, same combination, we will never make it again. So it could be the same design, other color, other combination, but not the same. So if anybody buys a pashmina shawl, for example, in this color, that means that person only in the world will have that exact color, that exact combination, that exact design.
Oh, so is it just with Pashmkaar that they do it, or is it
With
with
every pashmina shawl.
Oh, so we cannot really find a duplicate design
No,
of a Pashmkaar.
no,
Okay, if it
no.
is duplicate, then it is fake.
No, it's not duplicates. See, some like, for example, this word. See, if,
Right.
like, for example, you tell me, Tariq, like, I had a client, so they said, like, we are three sisters, so we want exactly same copy. You know, like, we don't want the different show, we're exact same. So we told them, okay, we can specially make for you. It is gonna take
Okay.
time. We can make it for you. But normally, in general, 80%, 90%, we don't make the same again because it's an expensive product. So we want to
True.
give that uniqueness to our clients as well, that okay, you're buying this piece, it is very unique to you only. Whereas you buy anything expensive anywhere in the world, whether it beats any brand, there are so many copies of the same thing, exactly same. So one thing very important about Kashmir Pashmina is every piece is an individual piece.
This is a unique thing which even I got to know today, and I'm sure this information will help my viewers also. So, I have seen this thing that people who are working for Pashmina, for example, you also mentioned that, how much effort is being put while making the shawls or other Pashmina products for that matter. So, I want to understand from you, like, what is that one thing, like, why people are so passionate about Pashmina, and why are you so passionate about Pashmina? What drives it for you?
Okay, so I will tell you that in my poem. Is that okay if I can recite one of my
Sure,
poems?
sure, sure.
So, and I hope you understand what I'm trying to say and why is it special. So
Right.
it goes like this. हर धागे को दुआओं से बुनते हैं, हर रंग को मोहब्बत से भरते हैं, कभी खुशी कभी उदासी में, हर रोज महीनों सालों में एक एक शॉल बनाते हैं, है वलियों की देन हमारा हुनर और आपकी हौसला अफजाई भी, हम जो सदियों से आपके लिए लाजवाब चीजें बनाते हैं, इसको अफसाना न समझ, ये हकीकत है तारिक, हर शॉल को अपने जज्बातों से बनाते हैं.
This
This
has
poem,
actually changed the whole meaning of this. Probably it was just a piece of cloth for many, but after this, I totally can relate with the emotion which has, gone behind making a Pashmina shawl.
So now I'll explain it also to you,
Right.
because I said in a very in a like I work, for me, this Pashmkaar is ishq. मेरे लिए ये इश्क है, with this craft, with the people who do this, and the history behind it. So basically, this craft was started 700 years ago. The weaving of Pashmina shawls. It was started 700 years ago by highly spiritual people. Like I would give you example, like you have in Nizamuddin Aulia, you have Nizamuddin, since you're in Delhi, or like a people like Bulle Shah, Kabir, people like those who were like that kind of spiritual people. They started this craft in Kashmir, and even today, like even today, it has been passed on generation to generations. There are so many dargahs in Kashmir, where people go in hundreds and thousands of people go every day there to pray and to get blessing. Those people have woven the original Pashmina shawls, like the antique Jamawar shawls, which are there, which were woven in 200, 300, 400 years ago, and that has passed on to generations to generations to generations. And even today, like most of my artisans, who sit on a shawl for 1 year, 2 year, 1.5 year, to do that every day. You need to have some divine connection, otherwise you cannot make it. So what they do is, like most of our artisans, when if you go to ask anybody, whenever an artisan, an older guy, or any person who is sitting with the shawl, what they do, at the background there's a music, there's a Kashmiri folk Sufi music going on,
Okay.
you know, and that music is all about, you can say chanting, you know, in a way. So for most of these people who make these shawls in 1 year, 2 year, 2.5 years, 3 years, for them it's a way of meditation also. It's a way of meditating, and that's why I call my brand a soulful brand, because I really feel each and every shawl. That's why I said, her, isko afsana na samajh, ye hakikat hai Tariq, हर शॉल को अपने जज्बातों से बनाते हैं. So there is a woman who sits and spins the yarn every day for a shawl. Then the shawl gets, the yarn gets to an artisan. Then the artisan weaves that yarn, all those threads, into a shawl, into a stole. Then when that happens, then there is a tracing person who does the tracing on it. Then there is a person who does the embroidery on it. There are around 26 steps to make a pashmina shawl. So it's not just that pashmina is like that.
Like
So
we
there
would
are like
love to make a video on those 26 steps someday with you. That would be really, a
I mean,
great.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that. We will be putting
Okay.
if you see our Instagram page, Pashmkaar, we try to
Mhm.
put videos of tracing, washing,
Right.
clipping and embroideries. I try to, because I love to talk about my craft, because it gives me high, and I feel honored and blessed that I am working on to preserve a craft which was started by such spiritual people. And for me, it's a spiritual heritage also, besides being a cultural heritage. तो तो मतलब जो हर एक जो शॉल है, ये अपने आप में एक स्टोरी है. हर एक जो शॉल है, इसकी जो देखिए, जैसे मैंने कहा आपको, ये जो शॉल है, ये यहाँ पे जो एक शॉल है, ये जो लेमन कलर की आप शॉल देख रहे हैं, सिल्क के धागे से किया हुआ. देयर आर अराउंड 3 million stitches in it.
Okay.
3 million stitches, can you imagine? तो हमारे आपके जरिए मैं देखने वालों को ये बताना चाहूंगा कि जो जब 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 पश्मीना की बात आती है, इट्स नोन ऑल्सो एज अ सॉफ्ट गोल्ड.
Right.
क्योंकि क्या होता है कि आप जो पश्मीना की शॉल लेते हैं, इसकी वैल्यू हमेशा इंक्रीज होती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आज आप कोई शॉल लेंगे 10,000 रुपए की, तो कल वो उसका वैल्यू बढ़ेगा. जितनी ज्यादा बारीक शॉल होगी, उसकी हमेशा वैल्यू बढ़ेगी, इसकी डिक्रीज नहीं होती. जैसे हम कम्युनिटी कोई भी लेते हैं, उसकी
Right.
वैल्यू डिक्रीज होती है. आपने अपना कपड़ा पहना, अगर आप कल वापस बेचेंगे तो कुछ नहीं आएगा. बट this is about Kashmir craft, and I guess any craft in India. We all in India is blessed with artisans all across India, who
Right.
do different kind of things. You know, the poem that I recited to you, I really want to dedicate that poem to each and every artisan who put their heart and soul in every product they make, whether it is Banaras, whether it is Lucknow, whether it is South India, Kanjivaram, and all of that stuff. Phulkari in Punjab. So we are blessed in India that we have craft का खजाना है हमारे यहाँ.
Right. And the way you have explained it, it has totally changed the meaning of Pashmina for me, and I'm sure it will also, kind of create and connect that emotion with our viewers also.
I hope so. That's
So,
that's the
yeah,
purpose.
yeah. Also, you seem very passionate about Pashmina, and you started because, when we start something with a dream, we put our efforts on a whole different level. एंड आपने बताया कि आपने किस तरह से इसको एक सपने की तरह शुरू किया था। तो क्या आपको लगता है कि आप पश्मकार को आज जो सपने की जो आपकी एक सीमा थी वहां तक ला चुके हैं, या आगे क्या आपका जर्नी रहेगी?
देखिए सपने रोज बदलते रहते हैं. होता है ना कि जब आप सीढ़ी पे चढ़ते हैं तो आपको पहले लगता है कि हाँ पहले एक सीढ़ी चढ़ लूं फिर मैं दूसरा देखूंगा. So my vision with this brand is that I want to make this brand a global fashion brand in the world, and I want to bring dignity, respect to this craft. Because each and every artisan who make these things, because I have seen my father doing it, I've seen my cousins doing it. I can weave pashmina, but I cannot do the embroidery. So I've taken I've taken the I've taken the part of promoting and marketing and selling this craft, so I must tell you, we have around 250 artisans working with us right now. Different they work on different things. And as far as where I want to take the brand and where we are right now, we are available in Hong Kong, we are available in China, we are available in Taiwan, we are available in UK, and we have started working on to US as well. So the aim is to be in every part of the world and tell this beautiful spiritual story of making of this soft gold we call pashmina. And so that this craft can go on to another 100, 200, 300, 400 years. I'm trying to do my bit, whatever I have learned, whatever I am, and I'm really thankful to God that I do get opportunities to travel and to show my work around the world. And one very important thing that last year, पिछले साल, last year 2022, we have a store in Hong Kong. We got the best Kashmir Pashmina boutique store in Hong Kong award last year, 2022, as well, in Hong Kong. So there's a lot more to do, because I do want to increase the number of artisans who are working with me. So the more we grow, the more we can create employment for our artisans. And I have started. I have changed the word. I don't want to call them artisans. I want to call them artists. So with
They
your
are great.
आपके माध्यम से मैं आपके जरिए से मैं ये हम सब लोगों को बताना चाहूंगा कि जो भी आर्टिजन, जो भी जो क्राफ्ट का काम करते हैं, चाहे वो हमारे कश्मीर में हो, चाहे वो यूपी में हो, साउथ इंडिया में हो, कहीं पे भी हो, हम लोगों को उनको आर्टिस्ट की नज़र से देखना चाहिए. और उनको, बिकॉज़ वो आर्टिस्ट हैं. कोई भी जो, जैसे हमारे आर्टिस्ट लोग जो पेंट करते हैं, कैनवस पे पेंट करते हैं, बट ये जो हमारे कारीगर हैं, ये सुई से या आरी से या जो तीलियों से वीविंग करते हैं, तो ये आर्ट को पश्मीने के ऊपर या सिल्क के ऊपर या किसी दूसरे कपड़े के ऊपर अपना आर्ट बनाते हैं. तो मैं समझता हूँ हम सब लोगों को, अगर हम इस क्राफ्ट को जो कश्मीर में है या हमारे मुल्क में दूसरी जगहों पे है, इसको हम बचाना चाहते हैं, तो हमें जितने भी ये जो कारीगर हैं, जिसको हम उर्दू में कहते हैं, उनको आर्टिस्ट की नज़र से देखना चाहिए और उनके जो काम को एक आर्ट की तरह देखना चाहिए. That's why a lot of times I present my collection as wearable art pieces.
It is indeed, because the kind of effort, the kind of emotion, and the kind of stories, because I feel each Pashmina cloth has a different story to tell of the artist who has made it.
Absolutely.
जैसे कि आपने बताया आपके ओके सो जैसे आपने बताया कि आपका जो स्टार्टअप है वो आज एक अच्छे लेवल पर पहुंच चुका है और आप काफी सारी कंट्रीज में काम भी कर रहे हैं सो इसमें आपको किस तरह का सपोर्ट गवर्नमेंट से अभी तक मिला है या व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सपोर्ट डू यू एक्सपेक्ट लाइक हाउ इंस्ट्रूमेंटल हैज गवर्नमेंट बीन इन योर जर्नी
लाइक सी देखिए, गवर्नमेंट से तो आई डोंट वी हैव नॉट मुझे लगता है कि अभी रिसेंटली मैं गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने टारगेट किया है $80 बिलियन का एक्सपोर्ट टारगेट 2024 नहीं, ओवरऑल इंडिया का टारगेट
ओके
जो एक्सपोर्ट का टारगेट बनाया है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने। एंड मुझे लगता है कि जो पश्मीना इंडस्ट्री है, it can be a very important part in that, and the craft of Kashmir can be very important integral part of that to achieve that target. और न सिर्फ कि कश्मीर, बल्कि मुझे लगता है कि जैसे आपने देखा डियोर ने अभी बॉम्बे में फैशन शो किया था, तो पूरी दुनिया आज हिंदुस्तान का जो हमारे जो मुल्क का जो क्राफ्ट है उसको पहचान रही है। और मुझे लगता है कि जो जो भी हमारे डिजाइनर्स, बड़े-बड़े डिजाइनर्स हैं या बड़े-बड़े एक्सपोर्टर्स हैं, कश्मीर से लेके कन्याकुमारी तक जितने भी एक्सपोर्टर्स हैं जो बड़े-बड़े कंट्रीज के साथ काम करते हैं, बड़े-बड़े फैशन हाउसेस के साथ काम करते हैं, वो सब पश्मीना एक्सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं। बिकॉज़ ये इतना अच्छा फैब्रिक है, इतना अच्छा आर्ट है, इतना अच्छा क्राफ्ट है कि पूरी दुनिया में लोग इसको पसंद करते हैं। तो मैं आपके ज़रिए गवर्नमेंट से अपील करूँगा कि वो हमें ये जो पश्मीना को एक्सपोर्ट करने के लिए जितनी सुविधाएँ हैं ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मुहैया कराएँ और एनकरेज करें लोगों को कि एक्सपोर्ट ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा करें और जितनी भी एक्सपोर्ट में मुश्किलें हैं उनको थोड़ा कम करें। और दूसरी बात देखिए, मैंने जैसे बताया आई कम फ्रॉम अ वेरी हम्बल बैकग्राउंड, यू नो, आई कम फ्रॉम अ वेरी हम्बल बैकग्राउंड, सो लाइक मेरे जैसे लोग जितने भी हैं कश्मीर में हैं या इंडिया में, हमारे मुल्क में दूसरी जगहों पे जो बहुत पैशनेट है अपने काम के लिए, जो भी वो करते हैं, तो मुझे लगता है कि फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है। एक स्टार्टअप को एक ब्रांड बनने के लिए, एक कंपनी बनने के लिए या एक जो भी कोई चीज़ करते हो, वो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में हो या ब्रांड, क्लोथिंग ब्रांड हो या दूसरा कोई ब्रांड हो, किसी भी चीज़ के लिए फाइनेंस बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो जहाँ तक मेरा ताल्लुक है, तो मुझे लगता है कि पीपल लाइक मी हू आर अ स्मॉल स्टार्टअप, you know, but are very passionate about what they want to do in life, and to be recognized. See, at the end of the day, you want to play a part in something bigger, you know, and that the financial support from the government will be very important and very important for people like me, because when you want to expand, you know, एक थोड़ा टाइम होता है जहाँ पे आप अपना थोड़ा करते हो, सेल करते हो, फिर आप बढ़ते हो, फिर एक कदम बढ़ते हो। बट एक वक़्त आता है जब आप यहाँ पहुँच गए हो कि आपको एक साथ 5 स्टेप लेने हैं, एंड यू आर देयर, यू नो। बट वो 5 स्टेप उठाने के लिए, लाइक, यू नो, यू नीड देयर इज़ अ ह्यूज फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट नीडेड, एंड that can come from government only. You know, banks have limitations, but I'm sure the government ने SMEs के ज़रिए स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए बहुत सारी चीज़ें रखी होंगी इस साल जो नया बजट आया है। लेट्स होप।
And one question which I would also I missed, I feel, how do you really help the local people of Kashmir to get employment? Because I'm sure when you are producing pashmina shawls in huge numbers, so you must be providing employment to the local people. So how is it that?
Absolutely. So there are two things which I wanted to talk to you. You know, a lot of in today's world, you know, people talk about women empowerment, and you know, people talk about, you know, today कि यू नो एक एक इनकम से अब नहीं चलता है, यू नो, महंगाई इतनी बढ़ गई है, हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ दोनों काम करने चाहिए। तो मैं आपके व्यूअर्स को ये बताना चाहूँगा कि we are thankful, and I'm thankful to the founder of this craft, Shai Hamdan. Shai Hamdan means Shah Ali Hamdani. There's a khanka in Srinagar who started this craft. So he has empowered our women 700 years ago in a way that, you know, when a pashmina shawl is made, we cannot make it without a woman, you know. So like hand spinning is done by women, weaving is done by a man, but then embroidery is done by both men and women. You know,
Okay.
so if like I was telling you, we have around 250 artisans working with us, so we have 60% women. You know,
Okay.
so when it comes to employment, it's a direct employment. You know, any craft anywhere, especially like when I do this, whatever designs I make, the embroideries I make. So we have artisans all different districts of Kashmir, not only Srinagar, but surrounding areas, other districts, in villages also. So, and you know what is beauty about being an artist, like any artist, like the embroidery, weaving, kani, it's a beauty of it is that, you know, like for example, if a woman who's working with me, we have a lot of women who are working with us, like a woman who's working with me and she is at home and she's doing the craft, okay, she's doing embroidery on the shawl, but maybe she wants to go out, she will go out with her friends, or maybe she wants to go for a wedding, or she wants to do anything. So maybe in the evening she'll feel, oh, I missed 2 hours of work, she can sit in the evening and do it, you know.
Right.
And we have a lot of women and men both, you know, they are so fine, they do such fine craft that people, you know, people are trying to always, you know, snatch them from me. Oh, we will give you more money, do work for us, you know. So I think, you know, people who do this artistic work, they are really, you know, independent, and they are their own boss, you know, in a way.
Right.
So yes, it is directly employment to the local people. And local people, I mean to say, I'm a local as well. I'm not from somewhere else, you know.
Right. 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 Okay. So one last thing which I would like to ask. So G20 summit is going to happen in Kashmir soon. So do you think that this particular event will bring attention of global investors for the startups?
Oh, okay. I heard about it. You know, I don't know if we. I would really want. You know, through your. I mean, I would like to ask our government. You know, that give us a chance. Give us a chance, since they are coming to Kashmir. Give us a chance to show them our craft. You know,
Right.
give us a chance to show our craft, show our craftsmanship to them, because since, as you know, Honorable Prime Minister has been wearing a lot of shawls, which really has actually, you know, increased the demand of, you know, shawls. And I think last year, Honorable Prime Minister had gone to I think Sweden or somewhere, where he has gifted a Pashmina shawl as well.
Hmm.
So it will be a request to government of India, to our Honorable Prime Minister, you know, our Honorable Home Minister, and the people who are involved in this, that give us a chance to show them our craft, show them the beauty of our craft, whether it is pashmina, whether it is carpets, whether it is embroideries, whether it's paper mache, you know. Let them feel this craft, and I think that will really you know, not only, you know, mesmerize them, but it will help us to increase exports tremendously, because
Right.
the first time they will directly see, you know, finished product anybody sees, you know, all these people who are coming from all the countries, they see the finished product there, but it will be the first time they will see first hand live demonstration of the work, and you know, they can actually feel what goes on, you know, making a pashmina shawl or a
Mhm.
carpet or any other embroidery that we do here. And I
It's
think
a great opportunity actually.
great opportunity,
If it
and
is
I hope
used
we will get a chance to kind of, you know, showcase our craft to them, and which will really boost our exports.
so thank you so much, Tariq. It was really nice talking to you, and I hope your insights will help our viewers and us also to understand about this craft more and choose the right pashmina and make sure like we are not, falling into the trap of the fake pashmina which are everywhere.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much. Yeah. तो ये थे हमारे साथ पश्मकार के फाउंडर तारिक दर। इन्होंने हमें बताया कि किस तरह से इनकी स्टार्टअप जर्नी के बाद आज इनका छोटा सा स्टार्टअप एक ग्लोबल ब्रांड बनने के लिए तैयार है। ऐसी ही और स्टार्टअप स्टोरीज जानने के लिए हमारे साथ जुड़े रहें। And yes, do not forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates of Startup World.